the dead of night, two voices awaken from the crypt. One coffin.
Two opinions.
Endless
screams.
Welcome to Two Souls, One Crypt. I'm Jeff Darko.
I'm Beth Graves.
And today's movie topic of discussion is Night Patrol.
Night Patrol.
It just dropped on Shudder like last week or so ago.
We didn't really know anything about it. We were looking for something to watch. Movie came out this week, but we haven't got a chance to go. So look forward to
That'll be next week's episode.
That'll be next week's episode, and we're really excited. But we needed something for this week, so I was like, okay, we'll give it a shot. Didn't really know anything about it.
Which I recommend keeping it that way. After watching it, I say go in blind.
Yeah, go. Yeah, I say we'll try not to spoil too much, but I definitely think it was not what I expected. I'll say that. But so let's dive in. So it's a 2025 horror thriller. Jermaine Fowler, Justin Long, which I am a diehard Justin Long fan.
Usually, if you watch something with him in anymore, you know it's going to be weird.
You know it's going to be crazy. And anytime he's in anything, I'm like, God, I got to watch it just because he's in it, because I know it's going to be insane. Freddie Gibbs, R.J. Cyler, Nicki Micheaux, Flying Lotus, Phil Brooks, Dermot Mulroney, which he also am a huge fan of him. And he is all of a sudden started breaking out, and like he was in one of the Scream movies. Like he went from what was My Best Friend's Wedding to all of a sudden now he's like this horror thriller.
I think he does good. I think he likes doing it too.
He does, and I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. Which never would have thought that he would break out and do this. So I was like, I'm all about it. And Rotten Tomatoes, I always got to do Rotten Tomatoes, gave it 54%, which I was
okay.
Not too bad. Not too bad. It had a world premiere at Fantastic Fest on September 19th, released in the United States by RLJE Films and Shudder, which is what we...
Yeah, it's a Shudder original.
So that's what we watched it on. I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. Like I said...
Let's break it down without spoiling it here.
Let's try. It was crazy, though. Not, like I said, not what I expected at all.
Yeah, I don't watch the trailer.
No.
I kind of started watching the trailer before you got in there.
Yeah.
And it got to the part where it had a reveal, and I was like, shit, I watched too much of it already.
Right.
So I kind of knew going in what it was going to be about, and so I didn't want to spoil it for you. But yeah, don't do that. I recommend don't do that. Just put it on there and watch it.
Just go
if you want to watch it.
Yeah, it's like I said, everything Justin Long in it, I'm here for it. Like I said, I think I've watched every movie I can find with him in it. Like anytime he's in it, I'm like,
yeah. So let's get into some details without giving too much away.
Okay, so Night Patrol.
Justin Long's a cop.
He's a cop.
It's based in L.A. He's part of the LAPD.
Yeah.
And he wants to be on the Night Patrol, which is what they just call them. There's it's like a group of cops, and they kind of do what they want to. They're
pretty ruthless.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a group of cops. They do what they want to, kind of thing. And he wants to be on Night Patrol, and they just call him the Night Patrol, and everybody refers to him as Night Patrol.
Right, and we're like, okay, so we don't really understand what's going on, like going into it, but starts out, it's like there's gangsters. This guy, he's like meeting with his girlfriend. And you're just like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't even know if I guess they still do. It's kind of a Bloods versus Crip kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's still going on. You don't really hear about it anymore. But so yeah, it's the Bloods versus Crips. The main guy, he's a Crip.
Yeah.
And he's dating the sister of a Blood. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's got the red dress on, so it's like obviously she's a Blood. And they're in the car, and then like he's like trying to give her this ring, and she's like, "Oh, we're just fooling around or whatever." And he was like, "What?" You know?
Yeah, she asked. Yeah, she's like, "Are you posing?" He's like, "No, it's just the ring."
Yeah, and so they're just hanging out, and then all of a sudden, here comes the Night Patrol, and
well, it starts out he's in an interrogation room, and then we backpedal to give you the story. And then it comes back to him being in the interrogation room.
Yeah.
That's not really giving anything away. Because that's the first scene, really. It sees it.
Yeah, it kind of starts out from the end and goes backwards. So yeah, you're just like, okay. At the beginning, I was like, well, that must be some part of it. And then you're watching the whole movie and you're like, okay, well, it's going to eventually go back to that. Like I said, just when we're first watching it, I was thinking, okay, this movie, I was concerned with it being borderline, like the whites and the blacks, and I was like, "Is this getting me like racist?" I was like, "I hope not," because I was like, in our day and time, you know how things are, and I was like, "Well."
They do say the N word a lot, but it's all black people.
But right, and I was a little concerned, and I thought, I don't know about this. And then once we got into it, it was not. It was more like
It's kind of spiritual based in a way.
yeah, it's very spiritual, and then there was some coming together in things and better than I expected because I was like, I don't know how I feel about this because, I don't want them to portray, like, I know, like cops are always bad and but then it's kind of like, well, the cops are bad and the other people are bad, but then they both had, so it was like they both had a dark side, which was, I like that, how they did that and then they came together and it just it was very. And then the one guy's mom, the young guy that was in the beginning of the movie, his mom's like very spiritual and she's trying to watch out for him, and she's
Yeah,
at
they're
first,
like Zulu.
yeah, and she's, first I'm thinking she's crazy.
I always kept thinking Eric Bumbada and the Zulu Nation's what I kept thinking of. Every time they said Zulu, I was thinking the Zulu
And I
Nation.
thought it was kind of, and I was like, at first I thought she's kind of crazy, and then I thought, no, she is, she's just trying to watch out for her family, and she was just, and I'm like, then, and
She's a hardcore badass bitch.
she was powerful, and I love her. She became one of my favorites in this movie. At first I was like, I don't know, like I kind of felt sorry for the, like, because I thought she's kind of hard on herself, but then I thought, oh, she's tough. She's a tough lady.
Yes,
Yeah.
shows it too.
Oh my gosh. I had so much respect for her. And Dermot Mulroney's character, not what I expected of him.
So one son, yeah, we'll get into that in just a second. The one son, it's like her sons are mainly the main actors. One son's crypt in the gang, and the other son is a cop.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's crazy because you think she would be happy about, like, she was.
They did not like her.
No, like,
because he's a cop, I guess.
I guess.
They hate cops.
Right, and so she was like, pretty much hated her son that was a cop, and I was like, well, and he was not he was like.
He was not a bad cop.
No,
I guess they're gangsters, they just don't like cops regardless of who they are. I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm like, he was trying to look out for his brother, even though, like, he's still a cop. It's like, it's, he was just like, yeah, whatever. But so anyway, like I said,
Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah, Dermot Mulroney.
So Dylan McDermott.
Yeah.
Dylan McDermott, Dermot Mulroney.
Well, his character, he was apparently this badass cop that Justin Long's father, like, well, he died and whatever. And then Justin Long was like, that's why he wanted to be. And then kind of find out, which, like I said, yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, but it ends up getting crazy.
Yeah.
And
can't give them too much away.
These cops are not what you think. They are of the night. And when I say they're of the night, they're of the night. And I ain't gonna reveal, but they are. Yeah.
I think that's enough.
That's enough.
You almost said too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pretty badass though. CM Punk is also in it. If you know anything about the WWE and wrestling, CM Punk is one of the Night Patrol.
Yeah.
He goes by his real name. I don't remember it right off, but because it showed the opening credits and I didn't see CM Punk, and I had to look at him. I was like, I guess he's going by using his real name in the movie. But yeah, he's in it. He's kind of one of the main cops of Night Patrol, I guess, because the other ones you see him, but they don't talk too much as he does. And
what was really cool was the leader of the blood guy, and then the little young boy, he like went to him to like try to get help, and like he risked his life, and then they could have easily killed him, but then they like end up coming together, and I thought that was pretty cool, like how and there's just some funny moments in it too. Even like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to say anything without giving stuff away, but there was some moments I actually kind of laughed a little bit. But like I said, not what I expected at all. And
no, but like I said, don't look up anything in it. Just go into it and watch it.
Yeah,
and then you can let us know what you think.
Yeah, I definitely was thrown for a loop with this one. Whoever did it, I think they did a great job. Like it started out and you're thinking, I don't know where this is going, but you gotta hang in there and like just give it some time because it's not going to be what you think.
Yeah, it takes a minute to get into it, but it's worth the reveal. I think especially if you totally don't know
Yes.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I said, I messed up and watched part of the trailer, and I was like, shit, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, and it was they like I said, whoever came up with this, I was impressed with how they.
So you thought it was a good story?
Yeah, even though like I didn't like totally love the movie, but I appreciated it was something different and I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely different. Like I said, I think it came out like last week or so on Shudder. If you have Shudder, check it out. I think you want to give a rating on it?
I'm probably gonna give it I was thinking maybe a 2, but I think I'm gonna give it a 3.
3? You say watch it?
I think so.
I was thinking 3, but I'm gonna go 2.5.
Okay.
2.5 skulls.
Yeah, I just
I mean, I think the story's good, but I mean, if you're a Justin Long fan, just watch it just for him.
oh my gosh, yeah, Justin.
'Cause, you know, it's gonna be crazy when he's in it anymore. He's not in anything. It's not crazy.
And he was like, he did fabulous. And then his buddy that was the other cop guy, then oh my gosh, I liked their friendship and I like how and then it was just, yeah, and I liked that part of it. I didn't expect when I got into it, I was like, I don't know, I'm going to think about this. And then the way it ended, I think I kind of know. It kind of left you hanging a little bit, but I think I kind of know what happened. So you'll have to tell me what to think about the ending too. What your thoughts are.
Yeah, it's kind of
Left you up.
You
in
think it
the air.
open to your interpretation? You think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So you say watch it. I say watch it. I say go in completely blind.
Yeah. Don't watch the trailer.
Just pop on Shudder and
yeah.
hit play on Night Patrol.
Yeah.
But yeah, next week's episode is going to be The Mummy. We're going to talk about Lee Cronin's The Mummy. We're definitely going to watch it. Didn't have time last week on opening weekend, but.
And from what we've heard from our horror people, they've been saying things about it, and we're not going to tell you what they said yet, but we're going to go in with our own thoughts and just kind of push that to the side.
But yeah, we will definitely mention that in the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, watch Night Patrol. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, I think you may enjoy it. It was like I said, it was something different for me, not what I expected. Really scary, but it was a pretty good story.
It's kind of gory. Trying to think. It's got some okay kills, I guess. Yeah.
Decent kills. And the guy from
quite a bit of blood.
The guy from Faces of Death was in the recent Faces of Death, was in it. The girl's boss.
Oh, yeah, he's the cop.
I really liked him, and he did good in this too. I think he's gonna be an up and coming. He was great.
Yeah, he's the boss in Faces of Death, and he's the cop brother in the.
Yes, I think he's up and coming actor. I think he's going to do really good.
I was really surprised that Justin Long and Dermot Mulroney.
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised they were in this. I keep getting him and Dylan McDermott mixed up, because we always constantly do that joke.
Not what I
didn't expect them to be in. I wouldn't have thought that they'd be in this movie, but
no, and the fact that they were together and it was definitely different. It was interesting.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah,
I think so. But
yeah,
I was just kind of surprised that they'd be in that movie.
Yeah.
But, well, I guess not so much Justin Long, but Dylan McDermott. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a weird combination, but it worked. So.
Yep. All right, we're going to keep this one short this week.
Yeah.
Go watch it. Let us know what you think. 3 skulls for Beth, 2.5 for me. But we say watch it.
We say watch it.
Until next time, creeps.